Listen closely, chosen one. What's coming isn't random. The universe has been aligning forces, shifting energies, and clearing paths specifically for you. These next few days aren't just another week on the calendar. They're a spiritual checkpoint, a divine intersection where your faith, your energy, and your readiness will determine everything that unfolds next. You've been prepared for this moment longer than you realize. The energy shift is already happening. You've felt it, haven't you? That strange restlessness in your spirit, that unexplainable tension in the air around you. You're not imagining things. The spiritual atmosphere has shifted, and your soul recognized it before your mind could catch up. Over the past few weeks, you've probably noticed synchronicities increasing, dreams becoming more vivid, and intuition speaking louder than logic. Some people around you seem more irritable, more chaotic, more desperate. That's not a coincidence. Lower frequencies always get agitated when higher frequencies enter the room. What you're experiencing is a cosmic recalibration, and you're on the right side of it. While others are being shaken by this shift, you're being prepared to rise through it. The universe doesn't disrupt the lives of ordinary people this intensely. This level of spiritual activity only surrounds those marked for an extraordinary purpose. Your enemies are scrambling right now. Some people have been watching you, studying your moves, waiting for you to fall. They've whispered about you, plotted against you, and celebrated every stumbling block you faced. But here's what they didn't expect. You didn't break. You bent, you adjusted, you learned, but you never shattered. And now, in these coming days, the tables are turning so dramatically that they won't know what hit them. God has been quiet about your situation, not because he forgot you, but because he was setting up something so poetic, so perfectly timed, that when it happens, there will be no doubt who orchestrated it. Your enemies are feeling the shift too. They're anxious, they're making mistakes, they're overplaying their hands. Why? Because the spiritual protection around you has intensified, and every weapon they try to form is backfiring before it even reaches you. The universe is exposing them while elevating you. You're about to receive clarity you've been begging for. Remember all those nights you prayed for answers? All those moments you asked God why things weren't making sense, why doors seemed closed, why certain people left, why specific opportunities didn't work out. You're about to understand everything. In the coming days, divine clarity is going to flood your mind like sunlight breaking through storm clouds. Situations that confused you will suddenly make perfect sense. People who betrayed you will be revealed as blessings in disguise because their exit made room for something better. Paths that seemed blocked will show themselves as divine protection from destinations that would have destroyed you. This clarity won't just bring understanding, it will bring peace. The kind of peace that makes you grateful for every closed door, every unanswered prayer, every painful goodbye. You'll finally see the full picture of how God was working behind the scenes, connecting dots you didn't even know existed, orchestrating a comeback so powerful that it required years of preparation. A test of faith is coming before the breakthrough. Here's the part most people don't want to hear, but you need to know it. Right before your breakthrough arrives, you'll face one final test. It always happens this way. The universe needs to know you're truly ready for what's coming. This test might look like a sudden problem, an unexpected expense, a relationship conflict, or a moment of doubt so heavy it almost makes you quit. Don't fall for it. This is the enemy's last desperate attempt to stop what God has already set in motion. The devil doesn't bother people who aren't about to level up. When you're on the verge of a major spiritual promotion, the attacks intensify precisely because your breakthrough is imminent. So when that test comes, and it will come, recognize it for what it is, confirmation that you're closer than ever. Your response to this final obstacle will determine how quickly you step into your blessing. Stay in faith, stay in prayer, stay in gratitude even when circumstances seem contrary. This is your final exam before graduation. Divine appointments are being arranged in secret. While you're going about your daily life, the universe is working in dimensions you can't see, arranging meetings, conversations, and encounters that will change everything. Someone who's supposed to help you, mentor you, connect you, or bless you is being divinely positioned to cross your path in the coming days. You won't meet them by accident. This isn't about luck or good timing. This is about destiny keeping appointments that were scheduled before you were born. These divine connections won't always look impressive at first. They might be a casual conversation, a random message, a chance encounter that seems insignificant in the moment. But God often disguises life-changing opportunities in ordinary packaging. Stay spiritually alert. Stay open. Stay kind to everyone because you never know who's carrying the key to your next door. Angels don't always announce themselves, and blessings don't always arrive in fancy wrapping. Sometimes your miracle walks up to you looking completely normal, and only your spirit recognizes the significance. Old cycles are breaking, new patterns are forming. There are generational curses, toxic cycles, and limiting patterns that have plagued your bloodline for decades, maybe centuries. Poverty mindsets, broken relationships, addiction, failure, sabotage. These things became so normal in your family that people stopped questioning them. But you're the cycle breaker. You're the one chosen to end what previous generations couldn't. And in these coming days, you're going to feel chains breaking that you didn't even know were there. Suddenly, you'll think differently about money. You'll respond differently to conflict. You'll attract different types of people. You'll make decisions that previous versions of you would never have made. This isn't just personal growth. This is spiritual evolution. You're not just changing your own life. You're rewriting the future for everyone who comes after you. Your children and your children's children will benefit from the spiritual battles you're fighting right now. The universe chose you for this assignment because you have the strength to endure what breaking generational curses requires. It's painful, it's lonely, it's exhausting, but it's also the most important work you'll ever do. Your spiritual gifts are about to intensify. You've always been intuitive, sensitive, and perceptive in ways that made other people uncomfortable. You've felt things before they happened, known things without being told, sensed energies that others completely missed. Maybe you downplayed these abilities because people called you weird, too sensitive, or overly emotional. But in the coming days, those spiritual gifts are about to amplify to levels you've never experienced before. Your discernment will become razor sharp. You'll walk into rooms and immediately know who's genuine and who's pretending. You'll hear people speak and sense the truth beneath their words. Your dreams will become prophetic, showing you warnings and confirmations about decisions you need to make. This heightened spiritual awareness is God's way of protecting you during a season where deception is everywhere. Not everyone around you has good intentions, and the universe is upgrading your ability to see through masks, past performances, and beyond carefully crafted images. Trust what your spirit tells you, even when your mind tries to rationalize it away. Your gut has never lied to you. It's your brain that convinces you to ignore what your soul already knows. These gifts aren't burdens. They're weapons, tools, divine equipment for the mission you're being called to complete. Financial breakthrough is tied to your obedience. Money has been tight, inconsistent, and frustrating. You've worked hard, stayed faithful, done everything right, yet abundance seemed to flow everywhere except into your hands. That's about to change, but here's the key. Your financial breakthrough in these coming days is directly connected to your willingness to obey divine instructions that don't make logical sense. God might tell you to give when you barely have anything. He might direct you toward an opportunity that looks risky on paper. He might ask you to walk away from a steady paycheck because something better is waiting. Your obedience in these moments will unlock floodgates that human effort alone could never open. The universe is testing whether you trust divine strategy more than human logic, whether you'll follow spiritual guidance even when your bank account is screaming at you to play it safe. Abraham was asked to sacrifice his son. Noah was told to build an ark when there was no rain. Moses was instructed to lead the people with a stick. None of it made sense, but obedience activated miracles. The instruction coming to you won't make sense either. And that's precisely how you'll know it's from God. Anyone can follow directions that align with common sense. Chosen ones follow instructions that require faith. Relationships will be tested and some will not survive. Not everyone who started this journey with you is meant to finish it with you, and these coming days will make that painfully clear. The universe is about to reveal who's really for you and who's been tolerating you while waiting for their own opportunity. Friendships you thought were solid will show crack. Family members will reveal their jealousy. Partners will either step up or step back. This revelation will hurt, but it's necessary. You cannot carry dead weight into the next level of your destiny. God is doing you a favor by exposing misaligned connections before they sabotage your breakthrough. Some people were only meant to be in your life for a season, to teach you a lesson, to serve a temporary purpose. Their exit isn't rejection, it's redirection. The universe is clearing your circle to make room for people who match your new frequency, who celebrate your wins without secretly resenting them, who add to your peace instead of constantly testing it. Stop begging people to stay who are already halfway out the door. Their departure is creating space for divine connections that will actually honor what you're building. Let them go with grace, with gratitude for whatever good they brought, and with faith that whoever is meant for you will stay without you having to convince them of your worth. You're being positioned as a leader, not a follower. All this time you've been watching others, learning from their successes, maybe even comparing your progress to theirs. But the season you're entering requires you to step into a completely different role. You're not being groomed to follow someone else's path. You're being prepared to create one that others will follow. The universe is developing leader energy inside you, and it's going to manifest in ways that might make you uncomfortable at first. People will start asking you for advice, looking to you for guidance, expecting you to have answers you're not sure you possess. Don't shrink back from this. Don't convince yourself you're not qualified or experienced enough. Every great leader in history felt inadequate before they stepped into their calling. Moses stuttered. David was a shepherd boy. Esther was an orphan. God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the called. In the coming days, opportunities to lead will present themselves in your career, your community, your family, and your industry. Say yes even when fear screams no. Your discomfort is just your old identity resisting the expansion of your new identity. Leaders aren't born confident. They become confident by doing the thing they feared until it becomes natural. You've been in preparation long enough. The training season is ending, and the demonstration season is beginning. Physical health will reflect your spiritual alignment. Your body has been talking to you, sending you signals that something needs to change. Fatigue that sleep doesn't fix. Tension that won't release. Unexplained aches and pains that doctors can't diagnose. These aren't just physical issues. They're spiritual manifestations of energetic blockages, unprocessed trauma, or misalignment with your true purpose. In the coming days, as you align more deeply with your divine assignment, you're going to notice your physical body responding. Energy levels will increase. Sleep will become more restorative. That heaviness you've carried in your chest will start to lift. This isn't magic. It's how the mind-body-spirit connection works. When your spirit is at peace, your body reflects it. The universe is calling you to honor your physical vessel as the temple it is. Pay attention to what you're consuming, not just food, but media, conversations, and environment. Everything is energy, and your body absorbs it all. Toxicity isn't just in your diet. It's in relationships, jobs, and habits that drain you. As you detox spiritually by removing what doesn't serve you, your physical health will improve without you even trying. Your body has been waiting for your spirit to lead the way, and now that alignment is finally happening, your voice is about to carry more weight. You've been hesitant to speak up, worried about judgment, afraid of saying the wrong thing, or being misunderstood. But the season you're entering demands that you find your voice and use it boldly. The universe is amplifying your words, giving them weight, authority, and influence you haven't experienced before. When you speak now, people will actually listen. When you share your truth, it will resonate deeper than casual conversation. When you set boundaries, they'll be respected instead of challenged. This isn't arrogance, it's divine authorization. God is backing your words with spiritual power because you have a message that needs to be heard. People are waiting for you to say the thing only you can say, to share the testimony only you can share, to speak the truth that will set someone else free. Stop editing yourself to make others comfortable. Stop dimming your light because someone else is insecure in their darkness. Your voice is a weapon a tool, a gift that the universe wants unleashed. In the coming days, you'll feel the prompting to speak up in situations where you'd normally stay quiet. Honor that prompting. Your silence has protected you in past seasons, but your voice will promote you in this one. What you have to say matters more than you know. Divine justice is coming for those who wronged you. You've been patient, you've forgiven, you've released bitterness and chosen the high road even when you wanted revenge. God saw all of it, and He's been keeping a record of every tear, every betrayal, every injustice you endured silently. These coming days will bring divine justice in ways that will leave you speechless, not because you sought revenge, but because the universe handles its own. People who lied to you will have their lies exposed publicly. Those who stole from you will lose what they took and more. Individuals who betrayed your trust will experience betrayal themselves and finally understand the pain they caused. This isn't about you gloating or celebrating their downfall. This is about the universe restoring balance, proving that what goes around truly comes around, confirming that no weapon formed against you will prosper. You don't need to defend yourself, argue your case, or convince anyone of your truth. Time and karma are undefeated, and they're both working in your favor right now. When you see your enemies fall, don't rejoice in their destruction. Rejoice in the confirmation that God fights for those who trust Him. Their consequences aren't your responsibility to enforce. Your job was to forgive and keep moving, and you did that. Now watch how the universe handles the rest. Your past pain is about to become your greatest testimony. Everything you survived, every nightmare you endured, every rock bottom you hit wasn't wasted. It was preparation. The depression that almost took you out taught you empathy. The betrayal that broke your heart showed you who you can really trust. The financial struggle that humbled you revealed your resilience. In the coming days, you're going to see why you had to go through what you went through. Your pain is about to become your platform. Your mess is transforming into your message. Your testimony is going to heal people who are currently going through what you've already overcome. The universe doesn't give its hardest battles to its weakest soldiers. You were chosen to endure that level of pain because God knew you had the strength to survive it and the wisdom to use it for good. Stop hiding your scars like there's something to be ashamed of. Those scars are proof of battles won, evidence of resilience, markers of divine protection. Someone needs to know that if you made it through, they can too. Your story isn't just about you. It's about every person who will find hope in knowing they're not alone. Share it boldly. Share it unapologetically. Share it knowing that your vulnerability will be someone else's victory. A door is opening that no one can shut. You've been knocking on doors that remained locked. You've been working toward opportunities that seemed just out of reach. You've been praying for breakthroughs that felt delayed. But in these coming days, the universe is opening a door for you that no human can close. This isn't an opportunity you'll have to fight for, beg for, or convince anyone you deserve. This door will swing open effortlessly because it was designed specifically for you. No one else has the key, the qualifications, or the divine clearance to walk through it. When God opens doors, He doesn't just unlock them. He removes the hinges so they can never be closed again. This opportunity will feel almost too good to be true, which is exactly how you'll know it's divinely orchestrated. Human effort didn't create this. Heaven arranged it. Don't overthink it. Don't question whether you're worthy. Don't let imposter syndrome talk you out of walking through. This door has your name on it. The position, the contract, the connection, the breakthrough, it was reserved for you before you even knew you needed it. All those closed doors weren't rejections. They were redirections guiding you to this exact moment. Trust the timing, trust the process, and when that door opens, walk through it with confidence, knowing the universe put it there for you. Your spiritual warfare skills are being upgraded. The enemy has studied you, learned your weaknesses, and attacked you in the same ways repeatedly because those tactics worked before. But you're not the same person you were during previous battles. These coming days are bringing a spiritual upgrade, an anointing that makes you untouchable to attacks that used to devastate you. Anxiety that used to cripple you for days will barely affect you for minutes. Lies that used to make you question yourself will bounce off without penetrating. Spiritual attacks that used to knock you down will just make you stronger. This isn't because the battles have gotten easier, it's because you've gotten wiser, stronger, and more spiritually equipped. You've learned how to fast, how to pray with authority, how to worship your way through warfare, how to stand firm when everything around you is shaking. The universe is elevating your spiritual rank, giving you weapons and strategies that terrify the enemy. He can't fight you the way he used to because you're no longer operating at the level where those tactics work. You're walking in a dimension of faith, protection, and divine favor that makes you dangerous to darkness. Every battle you've won has trained you for this moment. Every attack you've survived has taught you something new. You're not just a survivor anymore. You're a warrior, and the enemy knows it. Your prayers are about to be answered in unexpected ways. You've been praying the same prayers for months, maybe years, asking God for specific things in specific ways. You had a clear picture of how you wanted Him to answer, what you thought the solution should look like, and when you expected it to arrive. But here's what's about to happen in these coming days. God is going to answer those prayers in ways you never imagined, through paths you didn't see coming, with solutions that look nothing like what you requested but are infinitely better than what you envisioned. Sometimes we're so focused on how we want God to move that we miss how He's actually moving. We pray for a job, and He sends a business idea. We pray for a relationship, and He sends a season of solitude that heals us first. We pray for money, and He sends a skill that will generate wealth for decades. The universe doesn't always give you what you ask for because it knows what you actually need, what will truly serve your highest good, what aligns with the bigger plan you can't see yet. So when your prayers get answered differently than expected, don't mistake it for a no. It's actually a yes with divine upgrades attached. God isn't ignoring your requests. He's improving them, adjusting them, and perfecting them before delivery. Trust that what's coming is better than what you asked for, even if it doesn't look like it at first. Your solitude has been preparing you for community. These past months, maybe years, you've been isolated, not always by choice, but by divine design. Friendships faded, invitations stopped coming, and your circle shrank dramatically. It felt like loneliness, like punishment, like you were being forgotten while everyone else moved forward together. But that solitude wasn't rejection, it was preparation. God was removing you from crowds that would have contaminated your clarity, from relationships that would have compromised your calling, from environments that would have kept you comfortable instead of pushing you toward greatness. In these coming days, your season of isolation is ending, but not so that you can return to your old community. You're about to be introduced to your true tribe, the people who match your new frequency, who understand your vision without you having to explain it, who add value instead of creating drama. These connections will feel different from anything you've experienced before because they're divinely orchestrated, not randomly collected. You won't have to perform, pretend, or prove yourself worthy of belonging. Your authentic self will be exactly what they need, and their authentic selves will be exactly what you need. The loneliness you endured was teaching you discernment, showing you what real connection feels like, so you'd never settle for surface-level relationships again. Your new community is coming, and it will be worth every lonely night you survive. Supernatural favor is about to follow you everywhere. There's a shift happening in the spiritual realm that's about to manifest in your physical reality as undeniable, unexplainable favor. People are going to help you without you asking. Opportunities are going to present themselves without you applying. Doors are going to open without you knocking. Resources are going to appear without you stressing about how to get them. This isn't luck, coincidence, or being in the right place at the right time. This is supernatural favor, the kind that makes people scratch their heads, wondering how you keep winning when the odds are against you. Favor is when you get chosen over people with better qualifications. Favor is when you receive grace you didn't earn and mercy you don't deserve. Favor is when God gives you access you should never have based on your resume, your background, or your connections. In these coming days, you're going to experience favor so obvious that even your enemies will have to acknowledge it. They'll see you advancing, prospering, succeeding, and they won't be able to explain it away with logic or hard work. They'll know something bigger is at play, Something supernatural is backing you. Something divine has marked you as chosen. Don't be surprised when strangers become your biggest supporters, when closed systems suddenly make exceptions for you, and when impossible situations resolve themselves in your favor. This is what it looks like when the universe decides to showcase its chosen ones. Your worship is your warfare right now. The enemy wants you anxious, stressed, worried, and focused on everything that could go wrong. He wants your mind spinning with worst-case scenarios, your heart heavy with fear, your faith weak from exhaustion. But here's your secret weapon in these crucial days: worship. Not religious singing or church performances, but genuine gratitude and praise even when circumstances look contrary. When you worship in the middle of the battle, you confuse the enemy because he can't attack someone who's already celebrating victory before it's visible. When you thank God for what hasn't manifested yet, you activate faith that moves mountains. When you praise through the pain, you shift atmospheres and break spiritual strongholds. David didn't just fight Goliath with a stone. He worshipped his way into battles and praised his way out of caves. Paul and Silas sang in prison at midnight, and their chains fell off. Worship isn't weakness, it's warfare, and it's the most powerful weapon you have access to right now. These coming days will try to steal your peace, test your patience, and challenge your faith. Every time the enemy whispers doubt, counter it with worship. Every time fear tries to grip you, respond with gratitude. Every time circumstances look impossible, praise like it's already done. Your worship declares that you trust God more than you fear your situation, and that level of faith terrifies darkness. Hidden blessings are about to surface. Some blessings have been stored up for you, prepared in advance, sitting in the spiritual realm waiting for the right timing to be released into your life. You didn't know about them because they were hidden on purpose, protected from premature exposure, guarded from enemy interference. But in these coming days, those hidden blessings are about to surface in rapid succession. You're going to receive things you didn't pray for, solutions to problems you forgot you had, provisions that arrived before you even recognized the need. This is how God operates with His chosen ones. He doesn't just meet needs as they arise. He anticipates them and prepares blessings before you're aware you'll require them. That delayed promotion wasn't denied. It was being upgraded in the background. That relationship that ended wasn't your loss. Something better was being prepared while you healed. That financial struggle wasn't punishment. Provision was accumulating while you learned stewardship. Hidden blessings surface when you've matured enough to handle them without them destroying you. Many people receive blessings prematurely and lose them because they weren't spiritually prepared. You've been in preparation while your blessings were in storage, and now both are ready. Get ready for surprises that make you cry happy tears, for manifestations that make you fall to your knees in gratitude, for evidence that God has been working behind the scenes all along. Your patience is about to be rewarded abundantly. You've waited longer than you thought you could. You've trusted when it made no sense. You've held on when everyone said let go. You've believed in breakthroughs that seemed impossible. That patience, that endurance, that unwavering faith through the waiting season is about to be rewarded in ways that will make every delayed answer worth it. The universe doesn't just reward patience with the thing you waited for. It rewards it with compound blessings, with interest added, with extras you never expected. When Joseph finally got out of prison, he didn't just get his freedom, he became second in command of Egypt. When Job's trial ended, he didn't just get his health back, he received double of everything he lost. When Hannah finally had a child, she didn't just have Samuel. Her womb opened and she had more children after. This is the biblical pattern for patient endurance. God doesn't just restore what the enemy stole, He restores it with multiplication attached. These coming days are your reaping season after years of sowing in tears. You're about to harvest abundantly from seeds you planted through sacrifice, faith, and obedience when no one was watching. Every tear you cried in private is about to turn into testimony in public. Every sacrifice you made in secret is about to be rewarded openly. Your patience didn't go unnoticed. It was being documented in heaven as evidence of your character and proof that you can be trusted with greater. So here we are, chosen one. Everything I've shared with you isn't theory, isn't motivation for the sake of feeling good, isn't empty promises meant to give you temporary hope. This is your reality. This is what the universe has been orchestrating while you've been enduring, surviving, pushing through seasons that tried to break you but only made you stronger. These coming days are crucial, not because something bad is about to happen, but because something monumentally good is about to unfold, and you need to be spiritually ready to receive it, steward it, and multiply it. You've been prepared for this exact moment through every trial, every test, every valley you walked through. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Every single experience was a divine setup for the breakthrough you're about to walk into. But here's what I need you to understand as we close this out. Your readiness isn't just about knowing this information. It's about embodying it. It's about waking up every morning with the awareness that you're not ordinary, you're not forgotten, you're not disqualified by your past. You are divinely selected, spiritually equipped, and heaven-backed. Walk like it, talk like it, make decisions like it. Stop second-guessing yourself. Stop dimming your light. Stop playing small to make others comfortable. Stop apologizing for taking up space that God permitted you to occupy. The enemy wants you distracted in these crucial days. He wants you scrolling mindlessly, worrying endlessly, doubting constantly, comparing yourself to others who aren't even running your race. Don't fall for it. Stay focused. Stay prayed up. Stay in gratitude. Stay spiritually alert. Protect your peace like your destiny depends on it, because it does. Guard your energy like it's sacred, because it is. Surround yourself with people who speak life, who celebrate your wins, who pray for your success even when you're not in the room. These coming days will reveal who you really are. Not who you were, not who people said you were, but who God created you to be. You're about to step into a version of yourself that you've only seen glimpses of. A version that walks in authority, speaks with confidence, moves with purpose, and refuses to settle for anything less than what heaven has assigned. This version of you doesn't beg for seats at tables. You build your own tables. This version doesn't chase people. You attract your tribe through your frequency. This version doesn't fear the future. You create it with your faith. And let me tell you something powerful. You're not reading this by accident. You're not hearing these words by coincidence. The algorithm didn't randomly bring you here. The universe connected you to this message because you needed to hear it, because you're part of the remnant. After all, you're among the chosen ones who are about to shift the atmosphere everywhere you go. You've been marked, selected, and anointed for such a time as this. So here's what I need you to do. Don't just consume this message and move on with your day like nothing happened. Let this truth sink deep into your spirit. Bookmark this moment as the turning point where you stopped doubting and started believing, where you stopped shrinking and started expanding, where you stopped waiting for permission and started walking in your authority. These coming days are yours. This breakthrough has your name on it. This victory was written in heaven before you were born on earth. Now, if this message resonated with your spirit, if you felt every word in your soul, if you know without a doubt that you're one of the chosen ones being spoken to right now, I need you to do something. Drop a comment below and just say, "I'm ready." Those two words are a declaration, a spiritual agreement, a confirmation to the universe that you're prepared to receive everything that's coming. Your comment isn't just engagement. It's a public testimony, a line in the sand, a moment you'll look back on and remember as the day everything shifted. And listen, if you're serious about staying connected to this community of chosen ones, if you want to continue receiving these divine downloads, these spiritual insights, these messages that speak directly to your destiny, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. This isn't just about growing a platform. This is about building a tribe of awakened souls who are done playing small, who refuse to stay stuck, who are ready to walk in the fullness of what God has called them to. We're not just creating content here, we're creating a movement, and your participation matters. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. You know exactly who I'm talking about. That person who's been struggling, who's on the verge of giving up, who needs to be reminded that they're chosen, they're protected, they're about to break through. Be the vessel that carries this word to them. Be the reminder they need that better days are coming. These coming days are crucial, chosen one. Stay ready, stay faithful, stay expectant. Your time is now. Your season has arrived. Your breakthrough is here. Walk into it with your head high, your faith strong, and your spirit unshakable. The universe is watching, heaven is backing you, and nothing can stop what God has already set in motion. This is your moment. Don't miss it. Amen.